It's so sentient spuds. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. Anyways, starting now. Tutorial time. God, this is gonna be the first live 2D tutorial I've made in a long time. Jeez. Okay, so basically what VBridger is a funny program that is an extension to your tracking. And it basically allows you to take advantage of the ARKit functions of the iPhone, right? Because iPhone, if you use the memoji, things like that, you'll notice if you stick your tongue out, shit like that, right? And basically, it lets you have a lot more of a complex tracking system, and it lets your character be a lot more expressive if it's rigged to be done for that. And there's me again. Okay. Anyways, what we're gonna do is first we're gonna add all the parameters that we need for VBridger, okay? So let's make a new parameter. We're gonna call this one mouth funnel mouth funnel. And the thing is, there's lots of tutorials on how to do VBridger. This is the easiest one that I've found. This is like I made this one up myself. Also, everything that we're gonna make is gonna be blend shapes. Blend shapes allow you to change certain settings without really interfering with the base. It's like a little modifier. It works really good. Mouth pucker. And mouth pucker. Some of these I end up like not using as much. -1 to 1. And then I need to make that a blend shape real fast. Okay. Next up we have mouth shrug. That's like the mouth moving up and down. Ram mouth shrug. Let's see, and that one is 0 to 1. Make that a blend shape. Also, I have my big smile hotkeyed to the number 1 on my keyboard. So yeah. And then we have jaw shrug. And that will be pram jaw shrug. Okay, 0 to 1. There we go. And let's make that a blend shape as well. Okay. So we're gonna start with mouth funnel. So when you're making shit move when you're trying to do VBridger stuff, you have to think about what do you actually want to move, right? So for example, I'm gonna pull out my model real fast, okay? We're gonna pop open my model and I'm gonna show you guys what I made all of my parameters do, right? So for example, mouth funnel creates like the shape when I'm whistling. It would technically also create a funnel if I was smiling. The problem is I smile so big it doesn't really show up when I do that. So if we're just looking at my model, right, we can go for examples here. Mouth funnel. It's kind of like if you were to purse your lips. It makes that face. So it looks like that if I frown, and this if I smile. It's like, that one's a really hard shape to make, right? So that's what mouth funnel is gonna look like, right? Mouth pucker helps with the chewing motion, right? It helps with the chewing motion, and it can look really funny, but you're never gonna go to like the maximums when you're chewing. But mouth pucker basically like pushes your mouth in and out, in and out, in and out, right? That's like if you were to puff your cheeks up a little bit or something like that, right? Jaw shrug pulls your jaw. It's like the it's part of the jaw shrug. And mouth shrug is for if I want to lift my nose up. So I'm like, that, right? So those are the 4 we need just to add like a little bit of extra expressiveness with the VBridger stuff, right? It's really not a lot, but it helps. It adds a lot of detail, right? So we can just start with mouth funnel. And the only things we really want to move with mouth funnel is the upper lip and the lower lip, right? You don't want to move the teeth. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. So I'm just going to put mouth form. I'm going to put it at kind of a neutral shape so I can see what it looks like. Okay. So we have top lip line, mask, bottom lip stick, bottom lip line, bottom mask. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add all of the lips to mouth funnel. Then we're gonna choose just the top ones. And we're gonna move it up a little bit. Now I have mouth funnel activated. See? Editable blend shape mouth funnel. It's active, right? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna open the mouth a little bit. And just a little bit. Without making it too sharp of an opening. Right? We're gonna do the same for the bottom lip too. We're gonna open this one up a little bit too. And the thing is, you might notice, Grape, what is this big open gap right here? What the heck are you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Well, my friend, that is when we realize that I have the back of the mouth set to be too short. So we're gonna add the back of the mouth to mouth funnel as well. And so that way when mouth funnel occurs, the back of the mouth will open up a little bit more. Must deform, exactly. So now when we're seeing mouth funnel, it's opening just a little bit. But the thing is, I don't really want it to like be super open, so we can keep touching this up, right? Like we can close it a little more on this side. Kind of bring it up a little bit more here, a little bit more here, right? You can go to the bottom lip, do the same thing, kind of close it up a little bit more here, close it up a little bit more here, open it up a little bit more here, right? And what I'm noticing is, at least at this parameter, I'm noticing that the bottom lip skin is actually kind of peeking through. So I'm gonna shrink it down a little bit. Right. Do you see how the bottom lip skin is still showing through a bit? We're gonna go back to turning this off. There we go, we'll have it there. Correct it here. Correct it there. There we go. Look at Dagger Pros. Also, I'm glad you're learning a lot, Rune. I'm glad you're learning a lot. So now we have like the funnel shape, right? But we don't want it to apply. We don't want it to apply when her mouth is all the way open, right? It doesn't make any sense. The only other issue I'm seeing right here is how this bottom lip skin is working here. So even when the mask is off, this one is just way too far up. So when that mouth opens just a little bit, it's freaking out a little bit. So we're just gonna play around with it until I can get it to behave itself. And what we'll do is we'll move it a little bit here too. There we go. Now we have a mouth funnel. Now we have a little mouth funnel that's open. That's good. That's good. Now you might be thinking, okay, Grape, how do we limit it when her mouth is open so it doesn't look like this? So we don't get like an abomination thing going on here, okay? Right? Because the thing is, this funnel is applying whether the mouth is like completely open or not, and her teeth don't go that high and she doesn't have any gums. So it's not like we're using this to show the gums, right? So what we're gonna do instead is you can choose mouth funnel, you can choose select. That'll select all of the layers that are involved in mouth funnel. Then we're gonna go into settings and limit settings for blend shape weights, okay? Mouth funnel, parameter that we're gonna use to limit is gonna be mouth open. Mouth open, we're gonna add it, right? And we're gonna make a We're gonna choose fold line 3. We're gonna edit the graph. And this will be, change this to 20. Why is it not working? What's up, Zach? What's up? What's up? I don't know why it's not working. Why is it not working? Alright, we will find out by looking online. Okay, mouse funnel. Settings for blend shapes. Blend shape. That's neat. Why is it not showing up? That's weird. Man, I'm trying to make a freaking tutorial and now it doesn't want to work. Of course this happens. Now it works. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. Okay, that was really weird. I guess I just had to click on and off of it. Very strange. Anyways, so now we have this really funny looking funnel shape, right? But the more open her mouth gets, it doesn't do the funnel effect anymore. So you can see I'm turning the funnel on and off. It's not changing anything about the face, right? But if I have funnel on, as soon as I start making it into a smaller mouth, it starts showing up more. The thing is, it's really hard to make a funnel like here. So I'm not worried about this one tiny like area right here. But I think that's really cute regardless. But you can see it has less of an effect as we go on. But it makes for a really good motion, right? Right. So mouth funnel is officially done. Let's add mouth pucker now. Let's go back to a neutral face real fast. She do got those chompers, it's true. Okay, so mouth pucker, I like to use the base layers. Let's select. We can turn these on. So I don't really want to move the bottom teeth or the tongue. I don't want to move the teeth at all, actually. We'll just move the lips and the back of the mouth again. So for pucker, one of them is gonna kind of like stretch it out a little bit. And one is gonna like not stretch it out. So we're gonna start with the one that stretches it out, which basically makes the smile bigger. Right? Makes the smile bigger, makes it a little wider, things like that. And then we're gonna go to shrink it in. Shrink, 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 shrink. What I like to do with the pucker is I feel like when you push your lips in, they go up a little bit, right? That's just me personally. And when you stretch them, maybe they go down a little bit. It's that way, like, when you do this, it looks... I know it looks like a bunch of lines right now, but if I'm just doing this, now it's smooth. Now it's smooth, right? So let's say we get a big smile, right? Let's say we have a small one. So now she'll be able to chew like that. It'll be good. She'll be able to eat. Also, oh, like, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the grapevine. I really appreciate it. The only thing is, I need to correct the back. I need to correct the back of the mouth. Actually, what is that? Is that the tongue shade? Of course it's the tongue. Tongue shade's always a bitch. Alright, looks like we're gonna be adding tongue shade to the pucker as well. And that's gonna, we're gonna shrink that in a little bit. Alright. Now that we have that corrected for, we have to limit the parameter again, right? So we're gonna go here, choose select, that way it grabs everything that's involved in this. We don't actually need the blush lines, they don't really exist in this parameter. So then we're gonna go to the limit setting for blend shapes. I'm gonna choose mouth pucker. Mouth open is gonna be the input again. And it's just gonna be this, it's just gonna be the 50-50. Here, there we go. Art is very confusing. And we'll double check on my model real fast too. Which one did I do? So mouth pucker. If we're choosing mouth pucker, limit settings for blend shape. I guess since I have these off, let's just select here. Okay, limit settings for blend shape. Mouth pucker. Mouth open. Okay, looks like I'm doing that. Okay, cool. Layers like an onion. It's so true, so true. All right. Let's see, mouth shrug is a fun one. And jaw shrug is also a fun one, right? So if you look at my model, we're looking at it, right? Jaw shrug pulls the entire mouth down, the nose down, and the bottoms of the eyes down, right? Because if you think about it, if you move your lower jaw and you're kind of like, it pulls your eyelids down a little bit, it moves your nose down a little bit, and it definitely, like, your lip position changes. It goes lower, right? And it's more of a cartoony thing to be doing that, but I like it. So we're doing it. So now what we're gonna do is reset to default, and we're gonna make something called VBridger mouth. Okay. Who's that Pinky Nerd you just pulled up the rigging for? Oh, they're paying through the nose. Shit, their nose is so small, I don't know if they can even afford it. Art, it's true. Art. Alright, so we're gonna do the mouth shrug first. Mouth shrug is the one that goes up. Why does it look like that? There we go. Okay. Anyways, going back to the mouth. I was like, the eye looked fucked up. I had to fix it. Anyways, going back to the mouth. Now what we're gonna do for mouth shrug, we can check on me, what I did for me, right? Mouth shrug. The mouth gets pulled up. The corner, like everything moves up. The corners don't move up as much. Alright, so we're gonna go back to chibi. And for mouth shrug, we're gonna move this sucker up a bit. And then, not only that, we're gonna pull the lips up. And I think that's a bit too far. So we're gonna relax it for a sec. And then we're gonna make a deformer on the nose called Nose VBridger. Right? Come on, Nose VBridger. Okay? And what we'll do is we'll add nose to mouth shrug. And that way, when you shrug your mouth, your nose moves up with it, right? Last but not least, to mouth shrug, we need to add the eyes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna include the bottom lash, the bottom eye line, shadows, the bottom eye skin. And we're also gonna include, where is it? Right eye, eyebrow. Okay. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna, we're just gonna take all this stuff in here. And we're just gonna call this VBridger eye. Bridger eye. And this method is specifically made for people who have already rigged the mouth shapes, already rigged a lot of the model. You literally just have to add it in after the fact. It's really easy to add in. Also, what's up, Glory Hole God? How you doing? VBridger eye. Okay, so we have our VBridger eye, we have our VBridger eye. We're gonna add them to mouth shrug. So now, your nose is moving up. So that means your eyes are gonna move up as well, from kind of like the corners. It's not much. It's not much, but it gives you a real sense of like something, you know? I think I move a little bit more in mine. The fun thing is, you know, let's redo this. I don't like how it's looking. The fun thing about this though is you can just, if it gets too oniony, it leads to tears. No! Oh, that's funny. Let's clear it and add it back. There we go. And we'll squish the nose just a little bit more too. There we go. That way the eyes move, the nose moves, but nothing else really moves. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select mouth shrug. It means everything in mouth shrug is getting selected. We're going to limit it once again to mouth open. Pretty much everything here gets limited to mouth open. Mouth shrug. So we limit it to mouth open. Fold line 3. Add. Honestly, that 50% rule works for pretty much everything. There you go. She bites. Yeah. And nose looking kind of boobable. You're right. Alright, last but not least, we got jaw shrug. Nose, eyes, mouth, and chin. Okay. So all these guys, I'm going to start with the mouth and the nose. We're just moving these guys down. What nose? Oh my god. And then we're going to add on the inside of face base. We're going to add a new deformer, and we're just going to call this one mouth shrug. Actually, we're going to call this jaw shrug. Jaw shrug. Okay, cool. We're gonna add jaw shrug to jaw shrug. Oh, I see what I did. I did it backwards. Okay, 1 second. Let's clear it real fast. Okay. If it's here, I want it to go down when it's activated at 1. Okay, and then we'll be able to go to the VBridger face, the jaw shrug, add that in, turn that on, and now what we do is really simple. There we go. I think I moved it a little too much. Let's see how I did it on mine. Looks like I didn't move the nose as much. That's what I'm doing here. That's crazy. Alright, so we got the nose. It doesn't need to move as much. Okay, and now we get to add the eyes to it, because the eyes should be pulled down. If you really open your face, then your eyes are also going to move too. VBridger eye. Okay, we have it in jaw shrug. Now these are going to kind of open up from the bottom. So now, if you combine mouth pucker and jaw shrug, which is not going to let me do here, maybe I can do it in this menu. I don't know if it'll let me. Yeah, it doesn't put the, it's not showing me. Wait. Mouth pucker and jaw shrug. Okay. See how you kind of get like a nice chewing motion? If you combine that with mouth shrug as well, it combines all three of these into one. And then when all three of them are together, it really gives the face the appearance of chewing. So, that is how you add VBridger really, really easily to a model. That's it. That's literally it. Is that simple or what? What did that take me, like... That take me like 30 minutes? If not less? But really, VBridger isn't something to be, like, afraid of. Did I add the jaw shrug? We're gonna select all for jaw shrug just in case. We're gonna go to the little bars, limit settings for blend shapes. I did not. Okay, so mouth open is gonna be our limiter. Done.